Hello, everyone. There's my little dog Molly saying hello. Today for Tea Talk Thursday, I'm going to do something a little different because I'm kind of talking business, but I'm kind of not. So, what I notice is that there's a lot going on. We lived through some weird economic summer and fall with the elections in the U.S., which affects some people, but not everybody, admittedly. But it has affected the market, I think, for North Americans. And now we're into the holidays. We're solidly into the holidays. Look, I have my Christmas tree up. Well, actually, this is my baby Christmas tree in my living room. And I have a big Christmas tree coming this weekend. But here's what I want you to know. This is the conversation I'm having with my clients. It's a conversation I'm having with myself. How do we stay calm? How do we stay centered? How do we stay focused when there's so many different pulls, right? There's so many different things pulling us, grabbing our attention. It's hard to stay focused on business when there's so much happening personally. Holidays, whatever holiday you celebrate, they tend to be emotional. It's dark in the northern hemisphere. I know my friends in Australia are heating up, like it's crazy hot in some places right now in Australia. But here in the northern hemisphere, it's cold and it's dark, and today it's raining like crazy outside. And it feels like those emotional pulls are to be reflective, which I think is the cycle of just life, right? This is what happens during the winter. We're more reflective. And what that does to our business is we start looking back at all of the woulda, coulda, shouldas. Gosh, I didn't do that. I didn't achieve that. I didn't do that thing. Oh, I wish I could have. I would have. What happened? I got pulled off. Oh my gosh, it's not what I wanted. We start doing that. And that's really not helpful. I mean, it's good to be able to go back and be reflective and notice, right? I notice that I didn't do that thing that I wanted to this year. Great. But don't play the woulda, coulda, shoulda game with it. Stay focused on your goals. Stay focused on what did you want? What pulled you off? Great. What progress did you make towards the thing? Did you just completely redo your goals? And that's okay, right? We can completely reset in any point in the year, at any point in our lives, we can reset and decide we have new goals or new priorities in life. I know people particularly that are taking care of aging or elderly parents. Boy, business sometimes has to take the back seat if you have got an aging parent you're taking care of, right? So that's one big example of how things can change considerably. People that are having babies still, right? Babies change everything. It just has to be, right? It's just the nature of life. And so pay attention to your changing priorities throughout the year. Notice where you made a pivot. But I want you to see that everything is a step forward in your life. Everything. Every good decision, every bad decision, there's still a step forward. It's not the whole one step forward, two steps back. It's not true. It's all forward. It just is routing differently, right? We're learning different lessons. And so, again, I want to come back to this concept of how do we stay grounded? How do we stay centered? How do we stay on track in our business and in our lives during the holidays? So one thing is I always encourage everybody all the time, and this is my gentle reminder, i.e. nudge, slow it down. Slow it down. Slow it down. Take some deep breaths. Just slow down, Don't rush. Don't rush through the season. Be sure that you're giving yourself enough time to really enjoy whatever that step is, right? My great big accomplishment this year, honestly, has been that on Thanksgiving, I sent an intention for myself. Thanksgiving weekend, I had a crowd full of some of my favorite people, whole house full, and they stayed most of the weekend. It meant a lot of meals for a lot of people. And I set the intention for myself that I was going to actually just really enjoy myself and let it be perfectly imperfect. And one of the occasions I had to practice that was that I totally forgot to buy the sweet potatoes. That was on my list. Totally forgot to buy them. I don't even know how that happened, but there it was. I forgot to buy them. And I just declared, we're not having sweet potatoes, right? Rather than get frantic and speed up and try to go get them and make them and la 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 la. I just declared out loud, like, hey guys, we're not having sweet potatoes this year. It was fine. It was absolutely, again, perfectly imperfect. Did I miss them? Yes. Making them for myself later. Right? They're gonna hit the Christmas table. But it's okay. Like, nothing broke. Nobody was like, oh, I can't possibly enjoy myself without sweet potatoes on the table. It was just a garnish and an expectation I had created for myself that I decided to reprioritize. And I was able to do that in the moment in order to enjoy myself more. And that's the kind of stuff, like those little spaces where we give ourselves an out. Those are really important as we start to add a lot of things. So where can you give yourself outs? Where can you slow it down and set an intention for yourself and remind yourself of what that intention is? And then also get really clear on what's really important, right? So if I had not had turkey on the Thanksgiving table, yeah, that was my really important thing. The sweet potatoes to go alongside the mashed potatoes, to go alongside the stuffing, to go alongside all the other starches I had on the table, really, it wasn't important. So that's what I want you to think about this holiday. Let's think about how we can reprioritize what's really important, how we can slow it down, take some deep breaths, and set intentions for ourselves that we check in with. That's my holiday survival technique. Hopefully you have a great week next week. Have a great weekend, whatever you're doing. And big deep breath, just enjoy where you are. All right. Thanks.